Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the REDMAGIC Astra gaming tablet. Now you can pick this one up online. I'll throw the link up in the description. The price on this one starts at $549. Now let me say this. I've been using this for a couple of days, and this is a great Android gaming tablet. Now when you're buying a gaming tablet, there's a couple of things that's very important, such as display, battery, speakers, and processor. This has all of that covered. And speaking of display, you got an actual OLED display. Not LCD, you got an LTPO OLED panel. This is great. All right, so let's unbox it and then we'll talk about the specs. First things first, shout out to White Shoes. She got the day off. Here we go. REDMAGIC Astra gaming tablet. Now this one comes in two different colors. You got Eclipse and Starfrost. Okay, so let's get and unbox it. Inside, this is going to be your tablet. Okay, now as you can see, like I said, I've been using this for a couple of days. Let me go ahead and open up the display. Put my pin number in. Bang. Look at that. Okay, let's see what else you get. Now this is going to be USB Type-C, the USB Type-C charging cable, red in color. And this is going to be your usual books and shit. And you get some REDMAGIC Troll stickers. Now, unfortunately, no charger in the box. Samsung, Google, Apple, nothing, Motorola, Sony. Fucking Sony. No charger in the box. But hey, it is what it is. $550. Now let's go through the specs real quick. For the display, you got a 9.0-inch LTPO OLED panel with a resolution of 2400 by 1504. Now that's 313 for the PPI Patrol. You got up to 1600 nits brightness and a 165 hertz refresh rate. And speaking of refresh rate, ladies and gentlemen, late but still great. White Shoes is back in the building.
I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes.
White Shoes,
I love
calm down. 165 hertz refresh rate, and White Shoes is late. Hashtag bars. Now you got glass on the front, aircraft grade aluminum on the frame, and glass on the back. Now for the processor, you got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite with the Adreno 830 GPU. Now what does that mean in English? Flagship specs, bro. Flagship specs. Now you got 12, 16, or 24 gigs of RAM, 256, 512, or 1 terabyte of storage, no micro SD card slot for expandable memory. Now it's running Android 15 with REDMAGIC OS 10.5 skin on top. You got an 8,200 milliamp battery that features 80 watt fast charge. So that means you can charge this from 0 to 50% in 22 minutes. Now for the cameras, on the rear, you got a 13 megapixel wide angle lens and you can shoot 4K video. On the front, you got a 9 megapixel regular lens and you can shoot 1080p video. Now you got dual stereo speakers, you got support for Snapdragon sound, you got the REDMAGIC Ice X cooling system, you got Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, face unlock, on-screen fingerprint sensor, actually side-mounted fingerprint sensor, let me say that correctly. You got the RGB turbo cooling fan, let me wipe that down, look at that. You got the RGB turbo cooling fan, and you got the REDMAGIC light strip with the transparent back. All of that for $549. All right, so let me set this up, delete my browsing history, and then we'll walk through the OS. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, so let's take it over to the scales of justice and check the weight of this tablet. Check this out. 372 grams for a 9-inch Android tablet. Super lightweight. All right, y'all, so we back in. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to mention. This is a basic Android tablet, but it's made for gaming. So there's a few things missing. There's no NFC, no expandable memory, no headphone jack, and no always on display. Other than that, this is perfect. This is going to get the job done, and wait till you see how it performs for gaming. All right, so let's take a look at the tablet. On the front, there's your 9 megapixel front-facing camera, right in the bezel. On the top, you got a volume rocker. This is going to be your multifunctional switch. Now, I got mine set to put me right into game space, but you can actually customize that. On the top, this is going to be your fingerprint sensor, one of your speaker grills. On this side, nice and clean. On the bottom, another speaker grill, and your USB Type-C charging slot. Now, like I said, no expandable memory on this one and no headphone jack. On the back, you got a REDMAGIC logo. And look at this. One of my favorite features, that little transparent strip with the RGB REDMAGIC logo and the RGB turbo cooling fan. There's your camera, LED flash. Okay, so let's check the fingerprint sensor. Okay, hold up. Let me set this up correctly. Oh, I forgot. I set up this finger. All right, let's try that again. Fingerprint sensor. Bong. Let's do 3 in a row. 2. One more. There it is. Now look, I'm going to touch it with a different finger. There's your lock screen. The face unlock is actually so good. You see it activated my face. Okay, look. This is my fingerprint sensor. Now I'm going to do face unlock. So let's use the thumb. There it is. Let's do 3 in a row. Okay, hold up. Here we go. Got to get 3 in a row. Okay, let's try that again. Now I got my glasses on. 1, 2, and we'll do 1 more. 3. Okay, now I'm not going to look at it. Let me look over. There it is. Okay, so excellent biometrics. I think I did set up a fingerprint on the top. Let me just double check that. Okay, yeah, I sure did. Okay, now with these kind of fingerprint sensors, sometimes it's better to set up multiple fingers with the same one, but it actually works. All right, swipe over once. Now, of course, just like any other REDMAGIC phone, you're going to get these news, recommended apps, and games. You can actually go to settings and turn that on and off if you want. And, of course, if you want Google, just press the button. And there's your Google. Okay? Recently used apps. Let's close everything out. Android 15. So all of my Android 15 widgets on deck. Nice and smooth. Swipe down once. This is going to be all your quick toggles. Okay, so you got screencast, screen record, your LED light strip, okay, your refresh rate. Let's take it over to settings. Matter of fact, if you scroll all the way down, here's all your notifications. Now, for the settings, let's get a little wipe down. And we'll go through this part real quick. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so let's see. Connected devices, VPNs, private DNS, themes and personalization, all of the basic stuff for wallpapers. You got all of the classics. Okay, you do have a few live ones. Y'all know the planets. We love those. Another planet right here. Was that Jupiter? I don't know. I'm not gonna name any planets because y'all roasted me last time when I said the moon and I was talking about the Earth. I'm not getting cooked again. All right, so let's see. That's that. You can change your icons, color, shapes, fonts, animations. Now I'm gonna leave mine on moderate. Home screen, nothing to really see there. Display. Okay, you got automatic brightness if you want. You also have. Let me see. Where was it? I just seen it. Hold up. Okay. Screen refresh rate, 165 hertz. Enhanced display mode. That's what I was looking for. This is actually going to make your display a little bit brighter. Okay, but it's going to use a little bit more battery. Okay, let's go back to settings. Now let's see. For display, we checked out notifications and status bar. Nothing to see there. Sound and vibrations. Dual stereo speakers. Look at that. Nice and loud. Okay. Notifications on. You got DTSS sound. Okay, so you got smart selection, music, movie, or game. I'm going to put it on game when we start actually gaming. Well, let's see. More sound settings. Okay, nothing really there. Haptic feedback. I got it on maximum hapticness. Let's see. REDMAGIC AI. You got your sidebar. That's this. So if I want to open up Chrome, it'll open up in a little window like that. We can push it to the side. Open up something else, Gmail, minimize it, right to the side just like that. Close it out or go full screen. Just like that. Okay? That's the REDMAGIC AI. Now you got your cooling fan. Watch this. The turbo cooling fan. RGB lights. Now, matter of fact, let me dim the lights real quick. I want y'all to see this better. All right, so here's how the REDMAGIC logo is going to look. Full RGB glory. And here's the RGB turbo cooling fan. Now you can actually play with this. Let's go to light strip. Let's see. Okay, so you got lamp with sound. You got different colors and themes. That's pretty dope. Now, I'll just do steady light. Just like that. We can also do breathe. So breathe like that. We can also do, let's do flashing. Okay, flashing. We got flow. That's kind of dope right there. You got ripple. Okay, there's your ripple effect. Let's go echo. I think echo is my favorite. Let me let that zoom in correctly. Look at that. That's the echo. And we got one more. Let's go back to light strip. And we'll do hopping. That's the hopping. Now the same thing with the cooling fan. Okay, you can actually switch between balanced heat dissipation or fast cooling. And here's the different effects. So you got breathe. You got flashing. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but the fan is definitely spinning. And we got burst. I like this one right here. All right, so RGB light strip, RGB turbo cooling fan. Now you can have the light strip for gaming, media, notifications, charging, and alarm clock. Okay, and you can just have it stay on. You got some features. Here's your magic key. Now, like I said, I got mine set to open up game space, but you can customize it to open up your camera, open up your flashlight, a voice recorder, face-to-face translation, and quickly switch sound modes. That's pretty dope. Let's see, apps, nothing to really see there. Battery. Okay, now you can optimize your battery. Remember, this is a big boy, 8,200 milliamp batteries. That's going to be the biggest battery that you're going to find in a 9-inch tablet. Now you can put it on turbo charge. You got charge separation. So what does that mean? You can plug this in while you're gaming, and it's not going to charge the battery and the tablet. It's just going to power the tablet. What does that mean? Less heat. Less heat is always better. Okay? Nothing else to really see there. Storage. Now this is 512 gig version. Location, security and privacy, face unlock, fingerprint sensor. Okay, safety and emergency. Digital well-being, monitor your scumbag activities. Your system update, and about. So as you can see, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of storage, Snapdragon 8 Elite, okay, 8,200 milliamp battery. This is a monster right here. This is an absolute monster. All right, so let's check the web browsing speeds. Go to apple.com. Okay, click on something. And there it is, full website, 165 hertz refresh rate. Let's do a little split screen multitasking. I can have Gmail right there. I can actually move this around. Open up something else. YouTube right there. Just like that. Or we can exit out of that. Exit out of both of these. Let's go to Facebook. Okay. Now, certain apps are only going to work in certain orientations. Okay. I'm sure. All right. Let me zoom out a little bit. Now let's go up. Let's do split screen multitasking. So we got Amazon on the bottom, Facebook on the top. And we can resize those. Let's do something else. Let's do split screen multitasking. Let's see, there's something I got signed in. What else do I have on here? Let's do Instagram. Okay, so it's Instagram on the bottom, Facebook on the top. Excellent web browsing speeds. All right, so one quick side note. Now let me try to face unlock again with my glasses off. So let's see if we get 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3. Now let me put my glasses back on, and we'll try that one more time. Let's see if we get it unlock. Yeah, okay, so it was the glasses. Okay, look, it still worked with my glasses. 2, one more. Yeah, the glasses was making it a little bit slower, but the face unlock definitely works fine. All right, so now let's try out the dual stereo speakers. Of course, I got the official Flossy Carter sound test by my homeboy Mark Rebier. Here we go.
Yo, sound test, time for sound test. Everybody shut your mouth, time for sound test. Time to test that quality of sound test. How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound now? How's it sound now? Does it sound big? Does it sound loud?
How's the bass, baby? How's the treble on it? How's it sound now? How's it sound now?
That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. Sound test. That's a sound test, baby. That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. How's the sound on that shit? God damn it, holla.
Nice and loud. Look, I'm gonna cover up the bottom. This is just the top.
How's the sound, white shoes? How's the sound on it? How's the sound, baby? That's a sound test.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Rebier. Excellent sounding speakers. And let me show you something real quick. Pro tip. Make sure you do this. Right? If you buy this tablet, make sure you go to sound. Let me find that real quick. Make sure you go to DTSX sound. And if you're going to play music, switch to music and put on a custom EQ. Now I put mine's everything on max. It definitely changes the sound of these speakers. All right, so now let's take a look at this beautiful 9-inch OLED panel. I love how the camera cutout is in the bezel, so it doesn't interfere with the display. Up to 1600 nits brightness. Excellent viewing angles. You know how loud those speakers are? Beautiful. Nice and lightweight. I love it. Let's keep it moving. All right, so now let's talk about the camera. Now, of course, just like any other tablet, you're not buying this to do photography with, but it does have a camera that actually works. So if you go to camera, you're going to have different modes. So you got time lapse, you got video, like I said, 4K on the rear, 1080p on the front. You got regular photos, and you can zoom up to 10 times. You got panorama, documents, and slow motion. Let's try a regular photo real quick. Let me see if I can activate white shoes. Hold up. Shoes, do some cat stuff. All right, there it is, there it is. You see, when I say shoes, do some cat stuff, she knows exactly what I mean. Let's take a look at this photo. And look at that. The photos are actually not bad. Actually not bad. I said do some cat stuff. So like say less. You see, this is why Shoes is my favorite employee. Right? Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Nice close up right there. Okay. Let me get one more. All right. Check this one out. Hold up. Watch this, y'all. Look at this. Beautiful. Now, again, this is not made for photography, but it does take some decent photos. Matter of fact, take a look at these test pictures and videos for yourself. All right, so let's do a quick RDA test, regular daily activities, and then we're going to switch over to hardcore gaming. Now, keep in mind, you got the 80-watt fast charge. So wake up in the morning. It's my day off. I want to do a little gaming. Let's get and charge this up first. You got the Neo charge. Look at that beautiful animation. And remember, 0 to 50% in 22 minutes. So by the time I shit, shower, and shave on my day off, I'm going to be ready to do some hardcore gaming. All right, so let's go ahead and pick this up. Let's hit that fingerprint sensor. Bong, just like that. First thing we got to do, check the weather. Okay, let's see, 75 degrees, thunderstorms, beautiful day. Let's see, tomorrow. Okay, everything looks good. Looks like a nice, comfortable week in New York City. Next, let's take it over to Google. Do a little refresh. And let's see what's going down. Okay, so we got some Shocks earbuds. Let's see, best handheld gaming console right now. That could be this. Low key, that could be this. I'm going to show you why. Let's see, we got the Bose earbuds. We already did those. Okay, the REDMAGIC gaming tablet. Woo! Okay, now this is the Nova. This is the older version. We got the new version out right now that we're doing right now. Okay. Here's a REDMAGIC's website. Check out all their gaming peripherals. Okay. Got some dope stuff. Tablets, accessories, exit out of that. Okay, let's see Yankees. Let's see the Yankees took a L. I was watching that up in the gym this morning. They had a little replay on. It is what it is. Let's see, new JBL speaker right here. Okay. Okay, Huawei got a new phone coming out. I like that. Okay, so anyway, this is how it's going to look when you're going through your Google. Now, like I said, I'm not going to do my usual RDA test where I go into some long rants. I'm just going to do this quick. Exit out of that. Now, if I happen to be, chilling on Google and I got a cute cat right next to me, of course, I got to get a quick shot. Bong. Let's see how that came out. Okay. This is the kind of memories I like to have on deck. Look at that nose. Boop. Exit out of that. Next, let's do a little work. Okay, now keep in mind, I can turn my fan on. Remember, you can change that sound if you want. I can change my refresh rate. So if I'm not gaming and I want to save some battery, I can just change my refresh rate from right here. Okay? Or I can put it on auto. But me, I don't care. I'm leaving it on. Got a battery widget right there. Let's go to do a little bit of work right now. Okay. So now I'm reading my emails. Okay, looks good. If I got to reply to something, thanks, bro. And one of the things that I like about the 9-inch tablet, you see I can reach the whole keyboard like this. And that's another quick side note. Let me exit out of that. Matter of fact, we'll do it like this. Because I might have to work again later, even though it's my day off. So I'll put this in a little minimum window so we can come back to that. I'm used to using these big giant tablets. I forgot how cool it is to use a little tablet like this, especially when you're typing with your thumbs. Okay, so let's take it over to Facebook. Okay, now Facebook opens up in portrait mode. Okay, last year at this time we was doing the Razor phone. Okay, let's see. Fight is eliminated. Now I'm not gonna Squid Games. Y'all didn't leave a comment yesterday. Let me know who's seen Squid Games season 3 and what y'all thought about it. I loved it. I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all, but I loved it. All right, so this is how your Facebook is gonna look. Look at my guy right there. Who this Big X the plug? We got Big X the plug, you know what I mean? 34. All right. Let me turn this down real quick. Hold up. Okay. So here's how your Facebook look. Yo, R.I.P. my brother Mook right here, man. Let me get it. I already love that. Let me not get emotional, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Skull Candy headphones. All right. Mike Tyson out here with Clarissa Shields. Okay. So here's how your Facebook gonna look. Like I said, I'm gonna keep this part quick. At any moment, I can come back to my Gmails. Okay, got a notification. Swipe down, check my notifications. Keep it moving. Let's exit out of that. Okay, so that's Facebook. 165 hertz refresh rate. Y'all see how smooth that is? Next, we go to X. Okay, now let's see. X does work in portrait mode and landscape mode. Okay, now I'm not really going to go through too much stuff. Let's just, okay. Matter of fact, let's take it back to portrait mode. 15 Ultra. Y'all still liking that phone or what? Okay. New Z Fold coming out. Look at that. That blue. That blue is sick. That blue is so sick. We got the Nothing phone coming out today also. All right, now, I was supposed to be out there at the Nothing launch, but I couldn't find anybody to take care of white shoes, so I couldn't go. Shout out to Shoes. All right, if y'all wanted to see me at the Nothing event, Shoes said, no, bro, not on my watch. Not on my watch. All right, look, we got the Galaxy watch. Okay, look at this. There's more Nothing stuff right here. What y'all think about that Nothing phone? Let me know in the comments. Who that? Elon out here? Okay. So this is Twitter. Exit out of that. Again, got the multi-view. Facebook. Okay, just like that. Multitasking like a breeze. All right, multitasking is a breeze. And while I was on Twitter, if I wanted to, we could have did split screen. And let's take it over to something like TikTok. Let's go to TikTok. Okay, TikTok. So there's my Twitter and TikTok at the same time. Now let's go full screen TikTok. Okay. Got the pixels. Okay, which I these phone companies got to start coming out with some colors, man. They got to start coming out with some colors. The Hennessy gummies, bro. I would OD on these. Let me go ahead and like that. I would OD on these. Matter of fact, screenshot that because I'm gonna have to come back to that. Okay, Hennessy Gold Official. Nah. I'm gonna have to. I don't follow too many people on TikTok, but you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to follow that because I need those. Okay, what's this? So this is gonna be some AI. I guarantee this is. maybe this. I don't know. Yeah. AI gotta be stopped. Look at Shoes cousin right here. This is Tom and Jerry in real life. I'd imagine if Tom and Jerry was real life, this is what it would look like. Okay. Anyway, ooh. My fat glands just activated. Okay, let's look at this. I'm only having one drink a day, and this is my one drink. All right, so this is TikTok. Let's keep it moving real quick. Next, we'll do one more. Matter of fact, frame drop. Let's go to YouTube, play a video. I got the sound off, of course, y'all. But of course, we can move this around. Put it in this mode right here. And this is perfect for watching the YouTube videos. All right, a tablet this size. This is great for YouTube videos. When you're in the bed, this is nice and lightweight. Listen to these speakers. Pretty dope. All right, exit out of that. Next, let's do Instagram. Now, Instagram opens up in both orientations. Look at Goob. Yo, look at my man Goob. Let's see if Goob is cooking.
7 million followers. Blah, blah,
Goob is cooking.
Recent post. 4.5 just
I gotta turn the volume. Goob is out here cooking. See, if y'all want to see like these kind of, this is my man Goob, right? This is actually one of my dudes in real life. Goob, he doesn't like the people that, you know, manipulate their photos, use AI and use all of these, apps and filters to try to sell you products. It's one thing if you just, using filters and AI, to make yourself look better. Nobody cares. But when you try to sell some products and make it look like the product is making you look like that, Goob is not playing. Okay, look, we got the REDMAGIC gaming tablet right here. 9.6-inch display. Look at that. Woo! Snapdragon 8 Elite. Woo! Let me calm down, bro. Calm down. Turbo cooling fan. All right, shout out to REDMAGIC. They getting a free commercial right here. You know what I mean? 8,200 milliamp battery, OLED display, 165 hertz refresh rate. How could you complain about this one? Look at Lisa Ray, 57 years old. Okay, not bad. Calvin. Pencil zoom does work. All greased up and doing the town. I ain't mad at you. Okay. Anyway, so this is how your Instagram is going to look. Okay. Okay. Keep it moving. And again, look at that refresh rate. Nice and smooth. Everything works. Now, this is a gaming tablet, so we got to do a little gaming. Now, I'm going to start off first with a basic Android game. Now, when you're ready to game, if you got it set up like mine is, You hit that switch. Takes you right into game space. Now, if you want to, you can mute the music. Okay, let's go over the settings. Now, you can change your touch sampling rate, sensitivity, smoothness, stabilization, accidental protection, performance. We're going to put it in rise mode. But of course, you got eco, balance. You got your GPU settings. Okay, high quality, of course. You can change your wallpapers and backgrounds. You got your net settings. Auto fan. Okay, turn that on and off. Here's all your games. And you got all your peripherals from REDMAGIC. Bunch of different settings to play with. You can customize it at your leisure. But we're going to start off with some Asphalt. Click on that real quick. Hold up. Hit game. And there it is. All right, so let's play a little Asphalt. Let's get it going. Snapdragon 8 Elite. Woo! Oh, he wrapped me back into position. Thank you, sir. Hold up, I got to drift. Build up some bar. Okay, now we're on the top level. I've been taking the top level lately. Pardon me. Woo! Look, yo, I wrapped him off the building. Woo! Oh, did I wipe out? I never did that before. Woo! Okay, hold up. Oh, I'm actually losing this one. My first time on a gaming tablet. Of course, I gotta actually lose Asphalt, okay? One of the easiest games in history. But you see how smooth that is? This is beautiful. Now, let's take it over to a higher quality game. All right, for this part of the video, I'm gonna be using the GameSir G8. Okay, now this is about 80 bucks. This is something that you're gonna want if you're gonna buy this tablet. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, it comes with the charging cable, little usual books and shit, some stickers. You got replacement knobs. But the best thing about this is, check this out. You can expand this. Now, this will fit on basically any tablet because if you expand it and pull it down, you see the springs? You can get it even longer. So you can put this on your big boy tablet, but this fits perfectly on a tablet like this. Bang, just like that. All right, so now let's try a little Grand Theft Auto. Now, I haven't played this in a while, so y'all gotta bear with me. But when I play this, I just try to see how many stars I can get and see if I can run from the cops. All right, let's head it to let's take it to town real quick. Ah! All right, hold up. Woo! I gotta get to a little bit more populated area. If I gotta get the hang of driving this again. All right, here we go. Ah. All right. We out. Ah! All right, hold on. Let me get up out of here. Bro.
Something don't feel too good.
Nah. I'm gonna need that ride, bro.
Jesus.
I'm gonna need that ride, bro.
You know, wise ass punk. Now give me that.
You know what I'm saying? Now let's go no music on this one real quick. Hold up. Even though that is kind of one of my songs, I don't want to get the copyright from YouTube. All right, let's keep it moving. Hold up. Now we got to take it over to the local city. But you see how smooth this is running? This is Grand Theft Auto 5, y'all. Ah! Bro! All right, let's start a little trouble right here.
I look out my limo's window.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? What y'all doing today? Here? Come here. Come here. Oh, wait a minute.
Come on, move.
Oh. Oh. I forgot to fight. There it is. All right, let's go. Come here. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Don't you ever. Where you at? The dog? Get out of here. Not y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have did that. All right, let me jump up in one of these whips right. Who this? What? Hey, how you doing? Come here. Oh, okay, we got the police. All right, that's what we were trying to get. We're trying to get the cops. All right. Cops on the way, y'all. Let's go.
Start, you piece of crap.
All right, hold on. We gotta I forgot how to change the music. All right, there it is. Hold up. All right. The cops still. All right, the cops on the way, y'all. How did I? Okay, there it is. I pressed the wrong button. Is that the cops like that? Chill it. This is how I'll be doing in real life, though. All right, let me hold this correctly. This is the kind of stuff I'll be doing in real life. Hold up. Let me just have a conversation. Hey, what's with y'all? Come here. Because y'all probably called the cops. Oh. Hold on, let's see that. What's up here? Going somewhere? Hold up. I just want to talk. All right. Let's make a run for it. We got 2 stars. Hold up. All right. Hold on. Where they at? Excuse me, sir. All right. Let me see if I can flag this guy down. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Hi, I just got a question for you guys. All right. See ya.
Damn it.
You want to go for a ride? I'll take her for a ride with me. Hold on, I gotta turn the music off. Hold on, I gotta turn the music off. All right, did we lose the cops? We lost them. Are we in a faster car? Okay, there it is. Coming back to me, y'all. Starting to come back to me. All right, I found my way to the city. We gotta wreak a little havoc while we here. Pardon me, dog. There's the fire department right there. Sorry, guys. We got 2 stars, y'all. Oh, no. Oh, that's a cop right there. Sorry, officer. Hold on. We got a motorcycle right here. Oh, no. Where the cops at? Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, they running? We got a runner. I'm trying to get 3 stars.
This don't make no fucking sense.
Whoa, calm down, bro.
Way too close.
I can't believe they allow little kids to play this game, man. Oh, no. All right, hold on. All right, where the cops at? Oh, there they go. That's the cops right there.
My car, asshole.
Let's see where the cops at. Oh, there they go right there.
Come on!
Let me get in the police car. I'm in the police car. I tried it. Hold on. All right, let's see if we spawn in the daytime. Come back outside. But you get the idea. Look how fun this is, man. This is what I'm talking about right here. Okay, we coming out in the daytime. All right, let's see what's going down. All right, where we at? All right, first things first. Excuse me. Oh, we got oh man, that was a taco truck? I gotta make some money. Hold up, where the taco? I gotta get the taco truck. I'm about to make some money out here. Hold up.
Nobody needs to get hurt, all right?
Sorry, bro. I'm out in the taco truck.
Watch out, boy.
Hold up. I'm out in the taco truck. Hold up. Woo! The music is fire in this game. All right, I'm out in the taco truck, y'all. Who want a taco? I'm about to head for the border. Hey, hold up. Let's see if anybody over here want any tacos here. Yo, y'all good? Oh no, y'all don't want no tacos? All right, cool. Cool. All right, hold on. Where we at?
Bitch ass bull.
Whoa. The taco truck ain't no joke. Oh, the cops is already out. Here they go, y'all. Taco truck moving a little bit slow though. All right, my guy right here look like he want a taco. Hold up. Hurry up, bro. Where you at? Oh, I got the backup alarm too. Oh, look, another taco truck right here. Oh, this is a aluminum siding. Kill that hunger. Oh, that's the cops right there. Let's see if this taco truck can get. Let's see if we can ram our way through. Nah. All right. I'm out on foot, y'all. It's a foot chase. Ah! All right, but you get the idea. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Let's keep it moving. All right, before we wrap this up, let's get one game of Killer Instinct. We'll do a quick player versus CPU. Why not? I'll come out with Jago. Why not? Jago, let's see. We'll do Jago versus, how about somebody big? Why not? Okay. Check this out. This OLED display is so dope. Uh-oh. Okay. Ain't gonna juke it. Ain't gonna juke it. Uh-oh. Ain't gonna juke it. Uh-oh. Okay. T-back button works? Okay, there it is. Got him. Woo! You see the cancel? You know what I mean? Ain't gonna juke it. Uh-oh. There it is. Ultra! This is way too much fun. Now we can wrap this up. Also, one quick side note. You can put this on full screen. You see I had it on 16:9, but you can actually use full screen Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ain't gonna kill it. Uh-oh. Get out of here, bro. Okay, there it is. Okay. Oh. Okay. Last one, y'all. Last one. Oh, sweeps. I thought he was going to break it. Oh, almost caught him with the shadow. Oh, no. Nope. Ah, what am I doing? Oh, no. Okay, hold up. This is supposed to be the last one, y'all, but I can't go out with an L. Okay. Woo! Okay. All right, now we can wrap this up.
I'm afraid your path ends here.
All right, so overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving the REDMAGIC Astra gaming tablet a major go. When you're buying a gaming tablet, you want something that's lightweight, with a beautiful display, excellent battery, excellent speakers, and an amazing processor. This has everything on deck. Anyway, $550 on this one. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Shout out to everybody rocking with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Boxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the new stream on Sundays. Y'all already know. Stream gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. No meat boys allowed. Oh yeah, special shout out to everybody following me on Snapchat, Flossy_Carter, that's where I'm at. And a special shout out to the notification squad. I see y'all in the comment section early. Hashtag salute. Oh yeah, one more thing. I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes. Pitch and roll. It's your boy Floss, I'm out. Deuces. Spock won to beam up. Energize.
Hey guys, Jerry Springer here. Subscribe to Flossy Carter for the real reviews. He has a tech channel on YouTube, and he already has over 2 million subscribers, so give him a look. You may like it, and it could be very useful. Take care of yourself and each other.